I just saw an ad that says, if you're not involved in AI, you're not involved in anything. You've got to be involved with AI. And again, they're trying to sell you something. But they're saying more millionaires were made in AI than before. And that is absolutely true. I'm not trying to say that you're being a millionaire, but biblically, we're supposed to be wealthy. And the reason why we're wealthy is we're helping other people. So you're not focused on the money. The love of money is the root of all evil, not the money. The money is the currency. It's what we put in banks. We hold the currency back with banks. We're supposed to direct this flow of energy to projects that we're here for. So you're here for a purpose. You're here for a reason. So think back. There was something you were excited about. Now you get to do it, because now I think we're in a free revolution. Everyone wants everything for free. Free Wi-Fi, free shipping.
Right.
Cholesterol free, sugar free. Everything is free. So there's a way that you can profit and you can be a millionaire and you can help millions and millions of people, helping their life be better and to be compensated and live a very good life, so you can direct that flow of energy to other projects. So it is possible. So that's what I'd suggest to you. Take those minutes and think back and run that movie through. Run that movie through your life. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah, I love that, because then you're, like we talked about a little bit in the previous episode, you're able to go back to that foundation, right, and see where that creativity lies, and how you can ultimately take what the God-given gifts are that God has given each of us and utilize those to help others. So I love that. That's great. So the first fourth that is in your book, it gives you 3 choices that you can take and go down 3 different paths. How can that change tomorrow's lesson, or how do we respond when a learner struggles?
Yes. In my book, it's an analogy to a computer. And so your computer has rules, and that's my axioms, things you don't have to prove that they're correct. Like the first axiom is you're born naked. Well, that's kind of obvious, but also you're kind of born innocent too. It's along that lines. And then axiom number 13 is power and control. It's always about power and control. Then you have choices in your life. If you take this path here and that path here, I call it a fork. And in a computer analogy, it's going to be an if or then. If you do this, then the computer's going to do that. So when you have your first primary, your most important question you have in your life is basically, where are you starting from? And so if you start from an idea that you are a spirit having a human experience, that's one path. The opposite would be a human having a human experience, and something in the middle is a human having a religious or spiritual experience. So let me just back this up again. We'll slow down. If you see yourself as a spirit, something from God, God's part of you, you're part of God, and you're just happen to have a human experience, then you take that one path, and what that's going to lead you to is really a much bigger project, a much bigger viewpoint. If you see yourself only as a human, having a human experience, then your herd is very small. And so when you're inside the herd, you feel love. When you're outside the herd, you feel fear. So that's when people laugh at you and ridicule you. They don't see you as part of their herd. And so that's in our brain. It's the first part of the brain that grows is the reptilian. That's our herding instinct. So they want you to not be out in the field, come back in with the cows, come closer to us, and we'll be all protected. Then you have the middle ground where you are a human having a religious or spiritual. So your herd is a little bit larger because you have your religion. And there's nothing wrong with religion. Just look at the word. Re means again. Lig means to bind. So if you've lost touch with God, then become religious and you rebond yourself with God. If you haven't lost that bond with God, then you may not need religion. You might need a social thing. That's fine too. And so that's one viewpoint. And your largest herd is going to be a spirit having a human experience, because you're already being with God. The most greatest possible herds is the universe, even beyond that. So it's a different way of points of view. So when you take one path, it leads you into other paths, and you may not like the conclusion, but then you can back it up and go, well, what if I take that path? And I have about 10 different forks in the road, and you can choose to be optimistic or pessimistic. And there's many different choices you can make along the way. Do you want to live in fear, or do you want to live in love? And so these forks go right a long way, and you can back it all the way up and choose a different path. Try this, see how it is if you're religious, see where that's going to lead you, and then back it up and try the other one. So it's a mental exercise, but it's also a practical exercise too you can do in your life.